Hi there! This is a video all about heart containers and what you can do with heart containers and how you can make heart containers. Do I have... If I remember correctly, do I have any pieces of heart? To make a heart container you need 4 pieces of heart. I do not have a piece of heart. I will add a piece of heart. Actually, wait, I think Ellery has one. You! No, she does not. Crap. Fine. Okay, so... to craft a heart container, you need 4 pieces of heart. You can take these to an ancient enchanter, or you can take them to the Skulltula table near Dawnstar, and that will give you 4 pieces of heart. I mean, 1 heart container. The pieces of heart, normally, when you wear them, they fortify your hit points by 100 points. So, for the record, my hit points are currently 300 exactly. If I wore the piece of heart, my hit points are now 100 more, 400. The heart container, if you make one, will... It's actually a book. It adds a spell to you, a permanent spell. And if you read a heart container... Where is it? If you read a heart container, your health is permanently fortified by 100. So, right now, my health is 300 because I'm not wearing anything, I'm not doing anything like that. I read the heart container, and now my health is permanently fortified by 100 points. And I think... does it appear in here anymore? Yes, it now appears here. When it first was added, it didn't appear here. But now in the active effects you can see heart container permanently fortifies your health by 100. Now then, because it's a book, you cannot fortify it more. You can only use 1 heart container. And the reason for that, now I know in Zelda, in the Zelda games, you could just use pretty much as many heart containers as you wanted. But this is not Zelda, this is Skyrim. In Zelda, the hearts were essentially 4 hit points. Whoops. 4 hit points. So, if I did that in this game, that wouldn't make much sense because it's a completely different system. It's like 100, like, so each heart container is 4 hit points. You don't have as many hit points in Legend of Zelda as you do in here. The enemies do less damage than they do in this game. It wouldn't make any sense to have heart containers give you infinite boosts to your health. So that's why I made it a book, and why I made it a spell tome, so that you can only use a heart container once. Now the problem is, you use a heart container once, and then you're left with a useless heart container. You can't use them anymore. So, I did something with that. If you have a useless empty heart container, you can convert it into a magic container or a respite container. And to do that, you need these special gems called Nehru's Blessing and Pharaoh's Blessing. It's the same thing for making the Master Sword, the true Master Sword. So this gives another use for heart containers, and it gives another use for Faror's Blessing and Nehru's Blessing. I'm going to expand this recycling of the heart containers even more, because pieces of heart are sort of infinite in Relics of Hyrule, but they don't have as many uses as they should. Because once you have one heart container, there's nothing you can do, and if you have tons of pieces of heart, you can't give them. You can only give so many. You can sell them, I guess, but I want to make them useful. So I'm thinking that maybe in the future, if you collect enough heart containers, you can do stuff with them. You know, I'll figure it out, but at this point, you can convert heart containers into Respite Containers and Magicka Containers. And for Faror's Blessing, you need Potent Light Essence, and if I remember correctly, you can get Nehru's Blessing at the Terminen Forge with Potent Light Essence. So as long as you're at a Terminen Forge, yeah, Nehru's Blessing, Potent Light Essence, that gives you Nehru's Blessing. Faror's Blessing is made at the Sky Forge, so I didn't know you were secretly Kitty Pryde. Anyway, you can go to the Sky Forge to get Faror's Blessing, and the Terminen Forge to get Nehru's Blessing, as long as you have Potent Light Essence. And Potent Light Essence is made from Light Arrows and Light Essence. I think I'm out of Light Arrows. Oh yeah, Potent Light Essence. 1 Grand Soul Gem, 3 Light Arrows, and 1 Light Essence. That's how you make Potent Light Essence. And then, like I said, take Potent Light Essence to one of the 3 forges, Ethereum Forge, Terminen Forge, Sky Forge, and you can get Din's, Nehru's, or Faror's Blessing. Din's Blessing isn't quite as useful, but it's pretty much vital for making the true Master Sword. I'm gonna do more with Din's Blessing. There's gonna be more with these gems. But right now, this video is about the magic and respite containers. So I'm gonna make a magic container because I have Nehru's Blessing. So I have 1 heart container and 1 Nehru's Blessing. Combine those, and now I have the magic container. And magic containers are books. They're spell tomes, just like heart containers. You can drop them. They work perfectly fine. They look kind of funny. Yeah, the magic containers look the weirdest. They're 2 sapphires fused together. I might change how they look in the future. I might fiddle with them a little. Maybe. But at this point, this is what they look like. And you can read it. And it teaches you a mislabeled spell, which I need to rename. It's supposed to say magic container, but it says heart container, but it's really, you can see that it's Magicka is fortified. So I'm going to make a note to myself. Rename spell for magic and respite containers. Okay. And so now you can see my Magicka is 400. It was 300 before, and now it's 400. And just for demonstrations, Faror's Blessing? Yeah, there used to be, the way I was originally going to do it, they're still in the mod, because I might do something with them. Oh wow, yeah, I need to fix that. They're all named heart container. Originally I made... there were going to be spells. Pharaoh's Blessing was going to be a spell that you learned. But that didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, so I instead made them gems. That makes them more versatile anyway. So now, but I kept the spells in the mod in case I wanted to do something with them later. Anyway, now I have an extra heart container and Pharaoh's Blessing, so I'll make the Respite Container. I really like how the Respite Container looks. The Magic Container looks kind of funky because they're squares. I couldn't really make them look right and unique, but I think it looks okay. It's sort of like a weird square heart. I think it looks fine. I just think it needs a little, it does need a little work, but the Respite Container I think is perfectly fine. There's a little bit of Z fighting, but the Respite Container is fine. The Magic Container I'm gonna fiddle with a little. Anyway. Respite Container. I now own a Respite Container, and with that Respite Container I can learn the Respite Container magic effect, and my stamina is now 390 and it was 290 before, and I have all 3 containers. I was thinking of making ones that fortified skills, but that, I don't think that's a good idea, because that would make the game too easy. I am gonna make, versions of these, that fortify regeneration. And they're going to be scrolls instead of heart containers. So the stamina scroll, the magic scroll, the heart scroll, things like that, and it'll fortify your regeneration of those attributes. That is the Respite Container and Magic Container, Heart Container video. There's more to come with these items. There's more to come with Pieces of Heart, but this is just sort of the basics of this video. There's more to come. There's always more to come in Relics of Hyrule. So thank you for watching. This is probably one of the best endings to a video I've ever had, because we have the Morrowind theme playing back here. It's nice. It's nice. Solstheim is just great.